Hi, my name is Siree, and I'm a life coach and also a wellness coach as well. But right now, I want to talk about values. How a lot of people have this question like, what am I here for? What am I here to do? What was I born to do? And that's really a big question. So today, the topic is your life should be led by your purpose and driven by your values. Now, what does that mean? Just for me to say, led by your purpose, driven by your values, that may conjure up some images of some movement, moving from point A to point B, right? Let's take a closer look at that, what that means. Usually when you want to get from point A to point B, you want to have a map, you want to have a compass, you have the necessary tools. Same as life. You want to know where you're going and how you're going to get there, right? So I help people set goals that are aligned with their values. And those values are aligned with their life purpose. So there are a lot of things that you need to identify, right? You need to identify your life purpose, identify your goals, identify your values. And that can seem a little bit daunting, especially when you ask somebody, what's your life purpose? Some people, in Thailand especially, it's popular to go to fortune tellers and ask them, what am I here to do? What's my life purpose? People believe in karma. They believe that their past lives affect this life and this life will affect the next life. So I just ask people to bring it back in a little bit, okay? Before you go ask somebody about your whole life purpose and eternal destiny, look at yourself. Instead of finding your life purpose all the way out there, which is quite elusive, to be honest, I encourage people to look inside because I believe that God made us in a way that we have values, we have a conscience, and we have convictions that He put inside us to guide us towards fulfilling our life purpose. So if you listen to your values inside, your values are like a compass telling you which way to go, whether to go to the left or to the right or forward. And you'll be also guided in terms of how fast to do things. You'll be given the wisdom to know the timing for that particular season. So how do we go about identifying our values? What are our values? Values are very similar to convictions. And your conscience also plays a role in that. And values are things like love, justice, mercy, kindness, generosity, hospitality. These are all different words, and everybody has a different set of values. Everybody has a different combination of values. Now, I encourage people when they want to find out and identify their values to jot it down, to journal. For example, journal something that happened to you. If something today happened to you and you felt really upset, for example, somebody was not treated fairly, they were treated unjustly, and you felt upset, even though it had nothing to do with you, but inside you felt upset, a value that's related to could be justice. So in your journal, on the left column, briefly write down the incident, and on the right, write down the related values. What do you suspect that to be? It could be justice, it could be love, it could be mercy, it could be friendship, a lot of stuff, and as a coach, we work through that. I give you some ideas, some assessments about your values. So once you know your combination of values, you're able to make decisions based on your values. And a lot of people go through life making decisions that violate their set of values, and they end up in a place where they feel guilty, they feel depressed even, and they feel unfulfilled, and they really don't feel like they have the joy to do what they are called to do. So basically, doing things and making decisions in alignment with your values will help you stay on that path towards fulfilling your life purpose. So now we talked about values, and then there's a life purpose. As I was saying, if you're making decisions that are aligned with your values, it's almost as if there's a tether between that set of values and your life purpose. You're going to keep making decisions that are getting you closer and closer and closer to your life purpose as there's this tether and you're following that path very faithfully. So And that's what I do as a life coach. I help people identify their values. I help people talk about their convictions by asking them questions. I don't prescribe values. I don't judge if those values are good or bad, but I trust the process that the values that you have inside you will guide you ultimately to your life purpose. So, what about you? Are you aware of your internal compass? Are you aware of what your set of values are? And are you listening to that compass? Some people listen to the compass and do as the compass directs, but some people actually resist what the compass tells you to do. So I can help you move along faithfully, move along with joy, move along with encouragement along that path towards fulfilling your life purpose. So thank you as you listen to my insights about how we should be led by our purpose and driven by our values.